Um, Hello, audience, ladies and gentlemen. There's a child involved because it's a family show. Welcome to TAFTOBY, Tales from the Ones Before You. And I'm your host, as you know, Chitabe Adeji. And this is my very, 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 very good friend, one of my longest friends. Yeah. Olayinka Moses. And today is going to be interviewing me. This is my mini biography.
Yeah.
And he's a boss. He's going to take charge of this interview, and hopefully you all get to know me, get to know my story, and learn from whatever tales here I have to, whatever moral lesson you pick from this, and we'll see how it goes.
Not all lessons are moral, but
Well,
still a lesson.
Yeah, that's what. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we are trying to know you as a person today.
Thank you very much.
Learn something from your tales, positive, negative.
Well, we'll see.
You know, and sometimes it could not even be a lesson. It could be just, you could have done something that somebody else could be like, yeah, if you could do it, I can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's possible.
That's not necessarily a lesson. Just like a sort of motivation.
Yeah.
And maybe it's also what not to do.
That too.
Because what not to do is also important.
It is.
So, yeah. Where should we start from? Should we start from your childhood?
We can do that.
We did speak a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean,
but then that was just more about personality.
Yeah.
Thing. So,
and you're also part of my childhood, so
yeah. Let's go into the intellectual. Like,
okay.
For example, I was, I'm not going to say surprised, but I thought you were going to be a fickle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you came, not even when you came, when I came for visiting Christmas, for example.
Yeah.
Then, I didn't expect you to be that guy that, we just played games until. I was expecting more of a.
We're actually going to get there. That's more into the future.
Yeah, but were you that? Were you that?
We'll get there. Maybe for
the listeners, Efiko is like a bookworm.
Yeah,
it's like somebody who.
I was never a bookworm.
Who was into the.
But we'll get there.
But the way you were brought up from the outside, somebody would see you as a bookworm.
I've never seen myself as a bookworm. That's the interesting thing.
Maybe it's your glasses.
maybe.
No, just kidding.
Maybe. But there's this thing that people think, if you are wearing glasses, you love reading a lot. I just happen to have a bad.
No, but there's also the part where you guys come and play, but it wasn't like us. So we were on the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you guys were like the indoor, those kind of things, and we just you had like extra lesson teachers or
Oh, we did.
Yeah. So I always pictured you as like bookworm kind of.
Yeah. So viewers already know how this process goes. So you are the boss, you are the host of this. I'll just say maybe we start with a structure of past, present, and maybe future.
Yeah. That's more
maybe we see how that goes.
Yeah.
And maybe we can start from my earliest childhood memory, even before we even met.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's go from there. So you want us to get into the?
Yeah, it's an autobiography of me.
That was a bit like too progressive.
So everything about me, even from my earliest childhood memory.
Yeah, we could do that.
Up till the future, and then maybe 7-8 years from now, maybe there can be another interview of me. And then we'll see how the present, which will now become the past from then.
How everything has progressed from now.
Yeah.
Okay. So earliest childhood memory.
The earliest childhood memory I have, and I still remember it because my mom teases me with it frequently. So from time to time.
You peed yourself.
I mean, every child peed themselves. Is when I was dropped off in daycare. Was it daycare or nursery school? Maybe it was nursery school because the earliest childhood memory I remember is from Monica.
Okay.
And I don't think Monica had a daycare. But I know they had a nursery school and a primary school.
Yeah.
So I remember a bit of nursery one. I just remember I was crying. I didn't want my mom to go, things like that. She always teases me about it. And then maybe fast forward to little things that we don't use pencils. No, we use pencils in schools
Not
at
pen.
that age, not pen.
Yeah.
So we can easily erase our mistakes and
Yeah.
things like that. And that, even now that I think about it, that's an interesting lesson.
Yeah.
Because as adults, you are not permitted to make as much mistakes as you would like compared to when you're a kid. As a kid, they can just sweep you under the rug. You can use your eraser and
I think I missed
erase the pencils.
I missed that forum.
Yeah, and in nursery school, I used to play a lot. I used to talk a lot. Contrary to who I am now, but we are going to get to.
Okay.
I used to play a lot. I used to be quite a troublesome guy. Playing football every break time, getting a lot of injuries. There's something we understand. We know as Shito. You know what Shito is?
Shito.
So Shito is, she is like open and toe is your toe. So you get a form of
Basically
injury where
toe.
your toe is like exposed because you play some kind of rugby.
It's like you lose your heel and then your toe is exposed.
So that has happened to me like at least twice, because I remember just those twice.
Okay.
So it was extremely painful that after everything I just slept off. Yeah. So I was quite stubborn. No, I was not even stubborn. I would say I was curious.
Okay.
I remember there was a time my teacher fainted.
Okay.
But this was still in nursery school, maybe in nursery 3. I think from nursery 3 you go to primary 1 or something, I don't know. But my teacher fainted and I've never seen anyone faint before. And then when I went home, I don't know why, but the question I asked my dad was because I started thinking about like death. The teacher didn't die, but I don't know. It's like in your community, it's not like a community like here where a child might not know anything about death for a while.
Yeah.
But in our community, things happen and we get to know a little bit of things.
You get exposed. Involuntarily.
Yes, and early on, so you see a couple things, and you hear a couple things, even though they are not talking to you.
And
it's
not even by your parents. It's
but it's just like someone random person. Yeah,
somebody could collapse in the school.
Yeah,
and then you would waste him.
So I asked my dad, if he dies, am I going to inherit everything he owns? And I was like, okay, so first of all, I'm not going to die, and second of all, why this inheritance? Where did this inheritance come from? I think I was like 5 years old.
If I was
that time,
I was still watching close.
Like, where did this inheritance stock come from? Like, so I remember that, I still remember little things about that, and even from a younger age, your parents do so much that when you get to a certain age, you assume responsibility slowly.
Yeah.
Like my older sister Nife, she was basically our second mom. In a way, like when our mom is not around, she just at least tries to take care of us. And recently, I even remembered that my mom worked. She was a nurse. She's still a nurse, but then she was like a junior nurse. So she does all sorts of shifts. Yeah. Morning, afternoon, evening, or like now that she's like a boss. So she only does one type of shift and most of the time. And she has a very easygoing schedule. But back then, all sorts of shifts. So we had a babysitter.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if the babysitter was actually living with us.
I never met your babysitter.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, her name was Auntie Paulina, so maybe she left before.
I never met her.
Yeah. And there's little funny things I remember because it was either funny or tragic. So I just remember they were like imprinted into my memory. So I just clearly remember them. When my mom was like, what did they eat? And I was like, we ate golden mon. And she made golden mon like Eba. Not like Eba, but she used hot water and, she did somehow. So it was just funny back then and everything. So,
but people don't make golden mon with hot water.
Oh, but not like the way she made it. Not like the way she made it, because I remember it was not like what I was seeing in the commercials.
so it was thick.
I don't even know, but it was just strange.
Could you form a mold?
No, we don't eat godima like that. We don't eat godima like that.
Could you mold it?
We don't eat godima like that. So I don't know, it's like little things here and there, and primary school was also quite interesting.
Okay.
I mean, of course, you are used to some classmates.
Yeah.
And, if maybe they go somewhere else to another school, and if you continue with...
There's always a lot of interchange.
Yeah. I remember a guy, I don't even know his name, but they call him Bobo. If my mom was watching this, she'll know what I'm talking about. His mom used to sell chicken at a street like that. After, when we go to the end of the street where there's a bread place somewhere here. Mm-hmm. Not the direct way, just the...
Yeah, bakery.
Yeah, and there's a bakery to that side, but you're going to the very end of the street. Okay. When you go left, there's one street like that. There's one street like that leads... That if you drive straight down road, you come out to the Sele side.
Okay.
There's one weird road like that, so that's why they used to live. Yes. So there's one road like that there. And for our foreign viewers, you won't understand, of course, that part. But I remember that's where they used to live. So, he went abroad for a while, and he came back like in primary 5 or 3, something like that. Mm-hmm. I remember because everyone was making this like he was like the coolest kid in primary school. Like, he's the only one in the whole kids or whatever that has gone to abroad. And when he came back, he was speaking one kind of phone. Now, like, didn't you just go for like 1 year? So what's going on? But yeah, I clearly remember, little things like that.
Yeah.
So, fun days.
So, that's then. How old would you be when he traveled abroad?
I don't know exactly. I just know that we were in a different building. So I was definitely in primary school, and we were upstairs. So I was either in primary 5 or primary 3.
Oh, so you were old enough to think, maybe I also want to travel abroad at some point.
I mean, abroad is a place where you just see on TV.
Yeah.
You don't even know of course, we know US, America, because that's what we see on TV most of the time. We know London, we know London. We know UK.
Yeah.
We know UK and London. We know China. Yeah. We don't. I don't think we knew anything about Russia.
Philippines also.
I didn't know anything about Philippines.
I did know Philippines.
It's just London, UK, America. So, I didn't even know Canada.
Yeah.
At that time.
You Canada. What is she?
I don't know that one.
I knew through that song.
Oh, okay. So I just knew he traveled, and of course, I didn't even know anyone.
So you weren't thinking of traveling?
No, but I knew it was cool, to leave.
Yeah.
Because you have to go on a plane. I'd never, of course, I've seen a plane fly.
Yeah.
But I've never been to an airport or anything like that. Yeah. So I felt it was also cool, but I didn't want to like act like I was impressed.
How about excursions? School excursions?
I mean, sometimes we go for excursions, but I don't remember any other than the fact that we did sports, inter-school sports. Or even within school sport, like within students. And I think I participated in like the sack race, where you like wear a brown sack and you have to run.
Mm-hmm.
You really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, most people watching this would know. Like, you wear a sack and you try to run, because it's tricky to run with a sack because you can fall also. Some people some people just try to use their 2 small legs to. So that's one. And another is when you pick, they give you an area and they put a certain number of objects there. Okay. And they blindfold you.
Okay.
All of you. So you have to pick as many balls as possible.
Yeah.
So I think they just call it picking the ball or something. Yeah. And then another is you run like a 30 meter or 40 meter or 50 meter thing.
Mm-hmm.
You pick like a ball. You have to run back and put it in the basket. So you do that like 10 times.
Yeah.
So I remember I won like just one of those categories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I even have the certificate at home.
They give you certificates?
Yeah, they give you like a participation certificate, especially if you came first, second, or third. There's no participation trophy like for everybody. That doesn't.
It comes to certificate.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like you had fun.
Yeah, if I find it, I'm going to put it like as a picture so they see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you first how would I say, feel true pain? I'm not talking about somebody stepped on you, but I'm talking about somebody took something you loved from you. I'm talking about like too hot. I'm talking about like somebody maybe devoid you of something.
At that age?
Yeah, your favorite toy, you have a place you got visiting, you couldn't visit there.
I mean, if we are talking about people outside of my family, then I would say none, because our mom almost didn't let us go outside a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm.
So even when I go outside, we have to tell her where we are going. Mm-hmm. And most of the time is we are just playing within the compound.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter when. When did you first feel like, oh, this odds, like this?
I'll say when I started boarding school, nothing much really happened
in the childhood.
Yeah, of course, except when like your parents punish you.
Yeah, but not.
And those punishments like military exercise.
Yeah.
You do like some squats and you are so tired, you know, and hot. You have physical pain, but you said not physical pain. But other than that, I'll say it's from boarding school.
Okay.
Yeah. Started boarding school.
How about not even an earthquake towards something?
No, there was nothing to. No,
there was not like you wanted to go to this school. They chose another one.
I left out that to my parents. I didn't care about. I just know okay.
So you let your parents choose?
I think the very first time I chose a school was when I wanted to apply for university. Oh, okay. And even at that, they were like, okay, just try to be within Lagos. And there was only one university, within Lagos, so I applied for that one.
Okay. That's interesting, because if I would ask this question to 10 different Nigerians, I'm not sure
I mean, but you said not physical pain.
Yeah, not physical pain, but because there's always like, okay, because for me, for example, I had somebody to take my game, my uncle.
I mean, my siblings, we fight. And we say awful things also sometimes. So maybe if that counts, then yeah.
Okay. Like, which do you remember?
I was at that age is I think the only one. I was like a competitor. When I say competitor, I mean like we're always butting heads. It was my older sister. Every other person, no, I didn't really.
I can remember my younger sister stabbed me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. But that's physical pain.
Yeah. But it was more of the betrayal. Going there, I couldn't believe she had done it.
Siblings fight, but I wouldn't really consider that as like a pain that made me like want to change in a way of something.
Yeah, like okay.
Yeah, so I would say that started from boarding school. Okay. When I left for boarding school.
Okay, so your childhood was mostly roses.
No, there were moments, but nothing stands out as like excessive.
Okay.
It just, you fall, you cry sometimes,
Yeah.
your mom sends you to go buy something, and then you lose the money.
Yeah. those were interesting.
Yeah, so sometimes you are going to buy something, and then you are upping. There's this drainage system. We call it the gutter. So you're upping from one side to another, and then you just fall.
Yeah,
thankfully shallow.
Or they send you to go and prepare, and you speed it prepare.
Yeah. So that grounding,
that was common.
The grounding pepper one, that one I definitely relate to. Like they give you like some vegetables, tomatoes, paprika, some ghost pepper, habanero, and then they tell you to go because it's a community, so you go grind it at a particular place.
Yeah, you go blend.
If you are rich enough to have a blender, good for you.
Yeah, but even the blender
doesn't do it as. There's this belief also that if you have a grinding stone, it's very sweet, things.
Because there is stew and there is soup.
Soup, yeah.
For soup, even if you are rich, you still need to go out.
Yeah, because it
Let
has to
it
be
happen.
very smooth.
Yeah, it has
So there's this generator thing attached to this thing that grinds it. So
Yeah.
you go there, you carry the thing,
bucket of
peppers,
peppers.
and then sometimes it spills.
Yeah.
If you are
yeah.
lucky, half of it spills. If you are just unfortunate,
No, you're not. You were not unfortunate. You didn't concentrate.
Either way, you
were
are not fortunate, but
you were playing.
it's still that has happened.
You were looking at birds flying.
I mean, even the pepper is worse than even the chicken. The chicken you can wash it, you can clean it at home. You can rinse it in water, but the pepper is gone.
So you spilled chicken. I've never done that.
I think I must have at least dropped the nylon.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But you can easily just wash it at home.
But that's
So what you spill pepper, you spill pepper, and the chicken is not.
I have different level. Yeah, like how do you spill chicken? When you buy it, they put it in the plastic bag.
The plastic bag can cut, especially when you buy something like a 3 or 4 kilo chicken. It can cut.
I was taught when they give you a plastic bag, and that I stuck to. When they give you a plastic, you always put your hand.
So you were taught before or after your first incident?
But even if I would have such incident, it was like rice or something of grain.
The rice has happened. Rice, beans.
But it would be something of grain, not chicken.
The plastic bag can get loose and, you can drop it. It happens.
That sounds like a different level of seriousness.
It happens. I was not... life was generally. Just, of course, I noticed some things because no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
Though where we lived in K2.
Yeah.
Familiar Street. Wonderful neighborhood.
Yeah.
But things still happen.
Yeah, it was even almost an estate. Almost
a very open estate. Where to your left, there's danger. To your right, there's no danger, but things can happen.
There was even one corner there when you go to that bakery side. But the street itself, it's
actually one of the best streets in K2.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't appreciate that place until until
you move.
Until I moved to Azan Street.
That place you guys moved. I went there as an adult and I was like, I don't think I can stay here.
Until I moved to Azan Street. That's when I knew life. Because I know this is your biography.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I didn't know when I was young and we were living in Familia. I noticed they used to come from Azan Street to come and fetch your time. Yes.
Really?
To come and fetch your time in our house.
That's quite far.
I didn't understand it.
That's really far.
Until when I lived there, that's when I understood.
Wow, that's far.
Yeah.
Because even from Monica, we can still go to Azan Street.
Yeah.
There's a corner.
Yeah,
like that.
It goes it's still from Aladilo, Monica to Aladilo to Azan.
Wow.
So I couldn't put the pieces together.
For those of you wondering what's Monica is the name of the school I went to. So Monica Nursery and Primary School. Yeah. It's a nursery and primary school. So I don't know if they are still open to this day.
They should.
Hopefully they should because, but they can't. It's a large plot of land.
They were popular then.
Yeah,
and I believe they were run well.
Sometimes when the owner passes, the children can just build because that's a prime real estate place. Trust me, it's a really, really, really big. Now I know the value of things like that, but back then it's just like a school we just go to. Yeah.
So, but I agree with you. From Lagos,
it was very chill.
Except when robbers follow your flight.
Yeah, but they even come from other places, and they come to places like Finland because people there are a bit off than some other places.
Yeah. So they just follow you.
Yeah.
You had an experience of that. Did you speak of it?
No, I haven't spoken about it actually.
But should we leave that for later?
No, we can. It's still part of my.
Yeah. Okay then.
Yeah, because this also happened before I went to. This probably also happened before I went to boarding school.
Okay.
So I went to boarding school at the age of 8/9.
Yeah.
When I was 8, but the academic year was a bit weird towards the end of the year, I think. So I was 8, but turning 9.
Okay.
So that's when I went to boarding school. But you know, especially back in those days, you have robberies where they use actual guns. I don't even know if it was AK-47, but it's not like a pistol. It's like maybe and it's not like the hunter rifle or anything like that. It's a bit more sophisticated, yeah. But I don't know for sure if it's an AK-47.
Yeah.
But Tashan is like a bigger gun. So I remember this one time where, of course, they shoot like bullets and we just lay on the floor. It's even crazy thinking about it. They shoot bullets. We can be watching TV, and, you know, we just lay on the floor.
Yeah.
Just to avoid whatever stray bullets may or may not come.
Yeah.
Just safer to just lie on the floor.
Yeah.
So one of them came, and we usually lock our gates by a certain time.
Yeah.
I don't know what time for sure, but I know it's before 10 or 10 at least, at the latest. So my mom went to take like the cloth that was hanging on the wire. So she went to take it. So she said I should lock the door while she went out to take it.
Yeah.
And then when she was coming back, apparently, maybe the gate wasn't locked. Maybe. And the person came in and said, "Take me to the house." That's what I'm thinking. I wasn't there. Yeah. But of course, the person came with my mom. So I saw my mom's figure, but I saw a shadow, but I didn't really understand what that was. But my mom knocked, because you open the door when you hear your parents' voice. It's like a thing. And around this time, my sister had gone to boarding school, my older sister. Yeah. So she wasn't around. It was just me, my younger brother, my younger sister, and my mom. My dad went out for like business stuff. But later came back that day. But anyway, I'll get to that. He wasn't around at that time. So she not said, "Open the door." And she said, "No matter what, do not scream, or do not shout." Yeah, because you don't want to agitate, these guys. And there was two of them, but I only saw one shadow. Yeah. So I came and she said, "Don't shout." I didn't. I wasn't even afraid. That's even the funny thing, because I probably did not understand what was going on. Yeah. But I wasn't afraid. I just knew that my mom was not like in a good state. Yeah. Because she's alone with the kids, and then there's two guys with guns coming, and so it's not like
scary.
It's scary.
We're thinking as an adult.
Yeah, but I wasn't even afraid one bit. Yeah. Because I didn't understand what was going on. So one of the robbers stayed with my younger brother and younger sister, while the other took my mom and I to the bedroom. Yeah. So he brought like this sack, this bag, the thick ones, those black thick ones, right? I forgot what they call them, but those black thick bags. That has like a torso with muscle.
Bako.
Yeah, Bako bag. Yeah. Thank you very much. So we call them Bako bags.
You see?
So he told her to empty all her jewelries and even put the church money, because my mom, is involved in the church and all that. They put all the church money in the bag, put all your jewelries, all your necklace, everything. "Oh, I'm going to shoot your boy." So I remember the gun was like this.
Pointed to you.
Yeah, pointed to me. But I still wasn't afraid, because you probably don't, at that age, you probably do not fully like understand all of those things. But you are not happy neither. Yeah. But because you see your mom worried, you see your siblings also, and it's not nice. It's not a nice experience, but it did happen.
But you're a bit detached from your experiences, because, sorry to cut you short.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Because when I asked, which was like an awful moment, or
but wasn't what
sad? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I understand what you mean.
Yeah,
I didn't think about it then.
There should be kind of feeling of like being harassed, or like But because you almost lost your life.
Okay, because of what you said, it made me remember something also. I will get to that also.
Yeah, but anyways, let's get back to the story at hand.
So they took the money. Thankfully, my mom cooperated, like no issue. Yeah. And they were just there for the money. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to give them any justification, but people have to feed their families too, and whatever. So it's just like they love the jungle at that point. Yeah. Back then. Now it's a bit chill.
Yeah.
Back then it was quite something. So I remember this our neighbor from the back, because the layout of the building is there's the two houses in the front of the compound, and then there's the two houses in the back. So upstairs and downstairs in the front, upstairs and downstairs in the back. So he was carrying a bucket of water. It's not funny, but I just remember it was like a Nollywood scene, basically. The arm robber told him to come. He was like, why would I come? Who are you? He showed him the gun. He was like, And like, I told him to come. he like, I'm going to call it rake. I call it, at least that's what I learned from boarding school. You call it rake. When you sweep someone's leg and then he falls to the ground. I was looking at them through the window because they were.
So he swept his foot.
He swept him off his foot, man. That fall was harder than love. So I just heard there's this sound we know when a bucket of water it splashes and everything. You hear budu budu, you hear psh. It was like yeah. They're like, okay, now take me to your house. So that man took. I think it was, I don't. Yeah, they were. I think he was living downstairs because they ended up locking the door downstairs and they broke the lock, so we're stuck downstairs. Okay. So maybe he lived downstairs. I'm assuming. I'm not. I don't know for sure. Yeah. But something also tells me they were living upstairs. But I don't know. Yeah. But they were living in the back. Yeah. So it's that one of it took him. Yeah. They went to take everything. Yeah. And then the other one told us to also move and go with them. So it was myself, my mom. Okay. We all with my younger ones. So we went. And when they were done taking what they were taking, they said we should stay inside. We should just lie down and keep praying. They told us to pray. I remember because I closed my eyes and after like 10 minutes, there was silence. Everyone was like, okay, so probably it's safe to go now. So we were praying. I remember my mom. They don't even need to tell my mom to pray. She's already praying. She's already praying. Prayer champion. She's praying. So we prayed for a bit. I was praying. I was whispering. Then I would like try to, and then I whisper again. I was like, but there's nobody here now. Why are we still praying? But anyway, someone went and it was locked, but there was another opening from the back, so he went through the back, and then we had the gate again, so we all ran back inside. But that happened to be my dad. Oh. And that came, and then we told him we just got robbed.
And thankfully, he did not come when they were operating.
Thankfully, did it? I don't know. My dad is actually quite chill.
In that scenario.
Yeah,
what has happened inside though?
I thought you meant if they encounter him.
No. I meant he came.
Yeah, I don't know what happened afterwards. I just remember that we all told him we just got robbed. He was surprised. And then I slept and I don't know what happened.
If he came when you guys were inside. You and your mom was in the room. He just came, saw a guy with a gun on his kids.
I think my dad he has someday I'm going to talk to my dad to understand his story also.
Yeah. So you're telling me he wouldn't react irrationally?
No. My dad is not that kind of person.
What would he do?
I think he'll comply.
Because he doesn't know there's someone else inside.
Yeah, but at least the ones he met, the guy, they both had guns.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
No, my dad is smarter than that. He will comply. because the risk to reward is not worth it. And he's not Batman, so what do you want him to do? You want him to slice the gun in half? No. It's not going to happen.
The issues. I know my daddy.
What will your daddy say? What will your daddy do? Tell us, what will daddy do? You start fighting.
No. I know my dad usually has the 6x6 woods. Close to 6x6 woods.
So your dad wants to fight?
Yes.
Wow.
No. But I can see you. I can see his first instinct going. Okay, it's one guy.
It's two. But I think I give my dad a lot of props because he's a lot smarter than I am, obviously. So if there is one guy with two of his kids, then where is his wife and where is his third child? So my dad is not an irrational person.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I think.
I just speak.
So that's one thing. And let me even go back to something a bit before then.
Yeah.
You know, because you made me remember this, and for the viewers, I'm just telling my story, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm trying to make you feel.
Just in this scenario, that you said so far about how calm your dad would be.
Yeah.
Many viewers could also picture that and no, there's no way my dad is doing that. And maybe they would also,
because where we come from, we've actually gone through it. Even myself as a child,
yeah,
I've seen a lot more than maybe an adult here probably have seen.
Yeah.
Because I remember sometimes we go to visit relatives. You see accidents on the way.
Yeah.
Almost every child that travels frequently has seen one form of accident or the other. Right. So I've seen things basically. One vividly I remember, but I don't think I saw this when I was that young. I think I saw this a bit afterwards, but he was laying on the floor. I think he was laying like this because I was looking at him through the window. Because whenever I travel, I always look through the window, and most of the time I'm on the right. We always like to go to the back of the bus. So my mom just buys out the whole back because we are in that bus for 6 hours, almost 7 hours. So we just take the whole back here. Yes. So we just my siblings they sleep. My mom sleep also wake up, but she noticed that I sleep too. But I'm always looking
through the window.
Yeah, I'm looking through the window, seeing forest, seeing the road, seeing everything is quite interesting. When you get to these sites, I was sitting on the right side in the back. So he was laying perpendicular. So I assume it was his left leg that was off already. And there was blood everywhere. There was people that were on the floor. They already covered them with wrapper. So they're basically dead. And he was yelling, but he wasn't yelling. He was yelling out of pain, but he was also yelling so that his voice, he wouldn't lose. He would say what he needs to say. Yeah. Because he was with someone on the phone and he was maybe professing his love or something. So I assume he died. But I don't know for sure. But I know he was saying it that probably this is the last time he'll hear from me. So he was talking to person on his phone and he was also shouting, yelling. But it was also it's not like he was yelling and he was so his voice was in the head and everything. And I've seen a lot of things like that. Yeah, sometimes when we go to visit our uncle in a town called Warri, town to them is like municipality. Because we always like going to visit our relatives, wherever they may be. So we visit sometimes and then we see accidents on the road because it could have also happened to us. Yeah. And accident is not just about the reckless driving. Yeah. It's about the road also and things like that. Yeah. And the road, there's so many things about lorries, trailers.
There's even robberies. There's
there's also robberies and everything. Not that I'm trying to paint a bad picture, but it's just the reality.
Yeah.
Literally. So these things happen so frequently, and you see things so frequently that you're not desensitized, but you're not in a depressive state. In a way, you're detached to an extent.
Because
to an extent,
even they will. That's why our parents always reminds us that when we see such, at least my mom, she says something like "Kolomadia."
Yeah, it's a common saying. Every week you must hear that at least.
Yeah, it's like it's not like it cannot happen to you, but
but
may God always lead us away from such.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
May we never see no such things.
Yes. Yeah. So it's not that we won't see it because it does. It's just so it wouldn't happen to us, and it's kind of like a proclamation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. I did have something I wanted to ask, but then it's hit my mind.
Only so okay.
Yeah, I did have something I wanted to ask, but then it skipped my mind because we went on about the whole thing. So
boarding school.
Exactly.
Boarding school.
That's
and we also, I don't know what age exactly we met, but you lived opposite our house.
Yeah.
And I remember the layout. I won't say fascinated because you see houses like that. But I was like, okay, wow, this is so much different from where I'm staying. And I'm not even talking about the inside of the house. I'm just talking about the compound itself.
Yeah. The way our house is built, it wasn't common.
It wasn't.
There's
so much space in the middle.
Yeah.
And in the entrance. And then there's houses here, houses there, houses there.
The front place was built like a story building.
Yeah.
And then behind it was detached houses.
Yes, series of detached houses.
Yes. So we had one of those.
I was kind of fascinated. You go down the steps.
We had one of those detached ones. So you wouldn't even know from the front.
Yes,
because the front looks like a normal story building.
Are you guys' houses to the right?
Yeah.
I think the last bungalow to the right.
It's not the last one. It's
because there was a kitchen after you guys.
No, the kitchen was before us. The kitchen was before us, and then it's our apartments, and then there was this straight line of houses.
Really? Because there was the living room and the bedroom, so I just assumed it was the last.
No, ours is like there is still another last, but it wasn't with the row.
Oh,
ours was the last of the row.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
But then there was a little space.
Yeah.
Which somebody later used for store. And then there is this houses that went this other way.
Yeah.
So there is those ones. The last one got to the end on this side, on the right. Yeah. So that was.
I never really looked much to the left because you were on the right. Yeah. But I did see. I was like, wow, okay, wow. And I think the bathroom and the toilet was also on the right.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was there. It was. But
was the painting blue?
They changed painting all the time.
Yeah, so it was.
So they paint. I remember they must have painted it blue at some point. Yes.
Yeah,
but it's got painted so many.
Yeah,
because when you lived in a house of such in Nigeria for a long time, you will see several renovations if you have a good landlord.
Yeah,
and we had a very, very good one as at then. So there was several maintenance.
That street was actually a very good street.
Yeah. There was several maintenance and several upgrades that was done over the time. Like all of those apartments even later got converted into self-contained. Yeah, but we moved away already.
Okay.
So they kept upgrading and maintaining the houses. So there was that. What led to that?
Oh yeah, so I was like, just like, even with the friends I had at that time, friends from church.
Yeah.
I met you. I'm not sure where I met, but I know we were neighbors. I don't know where exactly we met. I don't recall.
It was church.
But we probably met in church. Also Daniel in church, because from church then, we go to that. I go to Daniel.
Daniel came later. Because
was it me? Okay, was it me?
Was Amy.
You, Amy, Israel.
Israel came later.
Israel came later
yes,
also.
It was me, you. The Israel came with the master when we moved church.
Yeah, because who lived opposite the old church, not where the church is right now. The church where we're using. It's not Esther's place.
But I don't remember.
Yeah, but the church was in Dai Road.
Yeah, we were actually doing Let's Go Fishing.
Let's Go
Fishing. The real Let's Go Fishing. Not-
Come with your rod.
Not whatever the dictator. The real.
There's this song that they always sing every night, every vigil. I always felt a bit of not fear, but a bit of, I don't know, like, how will I describe it? I always felt like the atmosphere was like,
You feel it in
calm.
the air.
I felt it in the air
The air got thicker.
when they sing that song every time, because they sing with so much passion. Now I might butcher the Yoruba version because I don't know, but it's something like Kimo Kimo Kole Gbodojo.
Kimo
Okay, Imo
Gbodojo.
Kole Duro. Yeah, that. So they used to sing it, and whenever they are singing it, I always look at my mom at her face, like, just to, and she's just singing with so much passion. I was like,
and now it's one of those things. It's also the same thing as Olo Majari.
yeah, it's like a prayer but in a song.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
it's like a hymn basically.
Yeah.
So it was quite interesting those days, because we lost contact, or I lost contact. You guys were still, but I lost contact when I then moved to boarding school. Because when I came back, I didn't see you guys anymore.
I'm trying to remember those ones that were from the start.
I was still seeing Daniel. No, David.
Daniel. What I don't remember was the pastor we had before Pastor Shola.
Before Pastor Shola. I don't remember too. I don't remember the
I remember Pastor Shola came a bit before we moved from Dairo to...
Yeah. Then Pastor Shola also moved. Then I don't know if Daddy Akigbogu came immediately.
No, we had someone.
Or there was someone before.
We had someone in between.
Okay.
The person didn't stay long.
That's true. That's right. I know Daddy Akigbogu came when I was a teenager already. Yeah.
The person didn't stay long. Whoever was in between. Even there was one time that it was between Daddy Rincon, your mom, and co. That toasted for
Daddy Rincon,
and then Pastor Akingbo.
Yeah.
But
and I was even from primary school, I was playing like this recorder thing.
Yeah.
And I was sometimes, it's like an honor when the big church calls you to come and play like drum. Maybe something is going on with the drum or something. And we used to do these presentations also.
Was it Rehoboth that called? Rehoboth. Because there was two churches that could call you. It was Rehoboth.
No, I'm talking of the one where we were actually in, not...
Yeah, but which bigger church then?
I'm talking
of the big church?
Yeah, the big church, and not the small. The small church is the kids' church.
Because I was thinking of like the
no. I remember what you were saying. Go up left.
Yeah. Because there was two that could call you. That's Rehoboth and was it Living Spring or something?
I wasn't good to any of those extents at all. Those days is quite funny. Sometimes your mom or dad gives you 10 naira for offering you go and buy Paco biscuit, or you buy...
I wasn't one of those.
Or you buy Costa. Costa was... How many was it then?
I don't...
Was it 6 or 10 back then? Then it became 4, then it became 3.
I didn't play with my offerings.
So, or one of those days where you save from school because it's on a Sunday, you just save your Friday morning, and then they're giving us 10 naira or 5 naira every day back then. This was 5 naira.
The thing is, my dad was spoiling us when we were kids. He was spoiling us. We would actually get good money.
So from then I went to boarding school.
Yeah.
And then I lost contact. But when I came back, I still meet Daniel.
Yeah.
And Elijah.
Yeah. Elijah was already as old as he was older than Daniel when I knew him.
No.
Older than... Because the Daniel in my head was like it was the 4-year-old Daniel, my younger brother.
Okay.
So I remember Daniel was already older than that. Was like 4-year-old when I knew them, Daniel and Elijah. Because when they came, we started doing fellowship at their place and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right.
So they weren't there from the scratch.
You're right.
It was then Amy.
You're right. We were doing it at Amy's house.
Yeah, it was then Amy and that was.
Because I remember going to Amy's house sometimes and meeting the grandma. The grandma and the mom.
Yeah.
And the brother was the drummer. Amy's brother was the drummer.
The brother had same name as my son, Faye.
Uncle Faye. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's when I first knew of that name.
Goodness. Yeah.
Faye.
Yeah.
So when
And they lived alone in their compound.
yeah.
So I think, even back then, you need some level of money to.
No,
Their compound was quite.
I was always curious about Amy's dad.
Yeah, we never actually saw.
Because the thing was,
we never
I
actually
was
saw
not.
him.
I was not the. I didn't throw up a lot of tantrums, but then I was nosy as a kid. I wanted to know other people's business, so I was so curious about the Amy's parent situation. Whenever I went there, I wanted to know his dad.
I see. I wasn't that interested. I
No,
just know
I
that I
was-
see their
I
mom.
was-
I see their mom and their grandma,
I-
but I've never seen the dad.
I know the most troubles I've gotten in as a child was asking questions out of curiosity. Because asking nosy question.
I see.
Very.
Actually, there were quite places we went to visit because my mom let us go out like sometimes, especially if she knows where we're going. Yeah, but also if we're going to like a member's place also. Like I remember mommy Basharun.
Yeah.
They had
those were also from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Glory was the younger boy,
yeah.
and then Basharun, Modupe.
Yeah, and then the two
and
elder
then
sisters.
Was it 2 or 3?
It was true that I remember.
So back then they used to make like they had this
big and 2 elder sisters.
They had this big compound also.
Sisters. Yeah, they have a really big compound.
And a pure water machine also by the gate. Yeah.
They had a really big compound.
Huh?
In that Ekiti.
Thankfully we are still in contact. I'll reach out to Modupe. We're still in contact in a way with Modupe and Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
And David came later, but I don't think you ever met David. David came.
I don't know.
David came and I was like, you already gone at that time.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I did come back a few times.
Sorry for taking the long.
I did come back a few times.
Route.
That time I was a different person.
Yeah.
You know what brought me back?
What?
At the
Pastor Shola?
No. At the house where we were living. Then at Azan Street.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy called Shola.
Okay.
For whatever we had to listen, it's kind with your last sentence. But his name was Shola. They had this friend that's Lexi. And Lexi had a distant cousin. That distant cousin is Shola. He lived in Ibadan. But he as a contractor, like he does he helps them maintain truck.
Okay.
So he got contracted to Lagos at that then. So he was living with this Lexi, and Lexi was living in the same compound as me. For whatever reason, Lexi had seen was it Auntie KG? Yeah. Lexi has seen Auntie KG, and Lexi has told Shola about it. And Shola was like, take me to your church. And that's what led me back to that church.
I don't know if it's Auntie KG and Auntie Tokpe. I don't want to go off track, but whatever.
Yeah. That's what led me back to church.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So boarding school, we went to boarding school. I went to boarding school. I mean, we all went to boarding school, myself and all my siblings.
Yeah.
But I went to boarding school. I went to CMS Grammar School.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, the only thing I knew about the school was it's the oldest school. It's the oldest school or the oldest secondary school in Nigeria. And it was a Christian missionary school.
Okay.
So CMS Grammar School, I went there and we had the written exam. And then we did a form of PE.
No, wait, paint a picture of your first day.
Yeah, but I'm still writing the exam. I don't know what it was like.
Oh, okay.
I've not even gone in
I thought you mean writing an exam in the school.
No. Like to apply. My dad took me there.
Yeah.
And I remember we did a relay race or something, a race. Like there was also a physical exam, a test. So it was also quite strange. Because I never heard of. You have to do like a physical test.
I would be worried.
And then so there was written test, physical test, and then aptitude test.
Okay.
They asked us tricky questions.
Okay.
At least to me, then it was tricky because I didn't even know what a bungalow was.
Do you remember any?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I didn't know what a bungalow was.
Okay.
So they asked me, they said, the school has a color theme, blue and white. That's the theme of the school. Light blue and royal blue and white. So they're like, if the walls of a bungalow is painted white and the roof is painted blue, what's the color of the staircase? It's like, I don't know. I remember that one because that's the only one I failed. They asked us a couple of them, but
it's the same color of the house.
No, but a bungalow doesn't have staircase. That was the answer. I was like, how the hell do you expect me to know that?
I missed it as an adult.
Why are you asking a 9-year-old, 8-year-old question like that? I don't know. But that should have even told me that this school is different. So I asked my dad afterwards. I was like, they asked me this question. My dad was like, oh, a bungalow doesn't have a staircase. I was like, oh, okay. I see. Long story short, I qualified.
Okay.
I got in and then boarding school. I remember vaguely, but I remember we got into the boarding school. While we're driving, I was just seeing people that look like Goliaths. I was like, are you sure these guys were in the same class? Or because some of them are like in GS3.
Yeah.
But I'm in GS1, so how is this GS3 person as tall as my dad? Like, what kind of GS3 is good? What kind of GS3? Even GS3, even in GS3, they are so mature and all that. So imagine what kind of school that is.
Yeah.
So very, very. So okay, I'll get to it later on. But this is the first day in GSS1.
Yeah.
The building, concrete, pure concrete. It's like it's built for people that cannot escape. So, so that's my first impression. Like, I can't even escape if I want to.
Okay.
So my immediate tag was, this is a prison.
Okay.
The walls were not painted. I was like, I'm just seeing concrete, like pure white limestone. I'm like, wow, the walls were so high. I'm like, I'm even small. I can't, because where I come from, people like, you can jump, you can climb the walls.
Yeah.
You can jump into the cat house. We call it cat house in the back. You can jump into like your neighbor's house.
Yeah.
This one, the wall is so tall that even if I try, I can't. I was like, wow, this is like a prison, basically. So they usually pair us with seniors just so we understand the lay of the land, at least for a year. They gave the term school father.
Okay.
So school father is your senior. It could be in GS2, but most likely GS3 and upper. Most likely GS3 and upper. So the teacher, your headmaster.
Yeah.
Because each house, we had different houses. The houses were differentiated by color. There was the brown house called Stanley House, which is where I went to. There was the yellow house called Wilberforce, which is where a very wonderful friend of mine went to, Fashola. And Alex Udoye. There was even Ifeanyi. Those were my really close friends. Ifeanyi Ubojiako. I remember him also. There was the white house called Kale. There was the green house. I think it was called Greenstone or something like that. There was the blue house called Gordon. There was the purple house called... I've forgotten what the purple house stands for. But there was the red house called Crowder. What other house am I missing? Ajayi Crowder, because he was also like one of the principals of my school.
Oh, really? I just mentioned it.
Yes, I think he was a principal of the school.
Okay.
He was one of the principals of the school. Ajayi Crowder.
Okay.
Reverend Ajayi Crowder, yeah. Of Venerable Ajayi Crowder, one of those, I don't know. It was so long. But yeah, what else? Kale is Kale Jaye, but it's short to Kale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've forgotten the other.
There was
various. I think there was two. So like 10 houses. I think we're 8 initially. I don't know, but it was like 8 to 10 houses. So depending on the color you're wearing, then they know where you're from. So I got paired with someone from Wilberforce. because Wilberforce and Stanley, which is Wilberforce is yellow, Stanley is brown. We're in the same dorm.
Okay.
I mean, it's a big dorm, but we're in the same room. It's a very wide room.
Okay.
So the person I got paired with, I call him Senior Chidi Kalu. Funny, I even spoke with him last week or 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
We just happened to reconnect again.
Okay.
So when I even spoke with him recently, I was like, Senior Chidi. I was like, sorry, Mr. Chidi Kalu, because I just call him Senior Chidi Kalu. He was in GS3 at the time.
Okay.
Also very tall guy. Like, I was like, this guy is basically like almost as tall as my dad.
So he was probably in his 20s then.
I don't know. I don't even know his age till now. I don't know his age, but they were quite mature guys, even at GS3.
Yeah.
And his brother, Uche Kalu, I remember he was into sports.
Okay.
Chidi was more into books, and his brother was into sports. But they were both brilliant folks.
Okay.
So yeah, I remember that, and I remember when it was night time. I don't know what we ate that day. Maybe jollof rice. I don't know that night. And the meat was just so tiny. But I mean, I feed a lot of kids, so of course I understand. Also, there's rations.
Yeah.
So there was a whole lot of politics going on in school, man.
But how was the room? You said it was wide. How many people were staying?
So it's a room. Okay, actually, it's a room of like this length.
Okay.
And this width, almost like this length and width. There's double bunks here from this end to the very end.
Oh.
And then there's an aisle in the middle, and then double bunks from that end to the other end. So we're like 40, 50 in a room.
So it was like a 45-meter square about.
I'm not sure, but it was like this wide, and then there were metal lockers in between.
I would say
45. 3 different spaces per each lock. Like a metal lock stand, and then there's 3 different drawers. So each person has access to each thing. So you get your padlock. I also saw technology change while I was in boarding school, because we started with the yellow torchlights.
Yeah.
With those big Tiger batteries. You
Yeah.
put 2 or 3 Tiger batteries in there. The yellow bulb torchlight. That's how we started with. And by the time I was leaving, there was rechargeable lamps.
Okay.
I remember when it first went from, because when my sister went to boarding school 2 or 3 years before I did, they were actually using kerosene and lantern. Yes. She first started in Lagos Model School, Agbowa. Then she went to Queen's College.
That's so free.
I mean, it's life. I think, yeah.
Imagine using lantern. Yeah.
And yeah, it's of course it's a concrete school also, but there's wooden elements also. So who knows if fire has happened sometime. But anyway, that's that. So I remember when we came back to the room, they rang the bell for like light out.
Mhm.
And I was just staring at the bed. Staring. No, I wasn't even assigned a house yet.
Yeah.
So Senior Chidi was in Wilberforce.
Mhm.
So it was even the next day, on a Monday, then we'll be assigned a house.
Okay.
So I think we wanted me to be in Wilberforce, but I ended up being in Stanley. So I had to pack my things and go to the other side. So, you meet people, you try to see which clique you form.
Yeah.
And, you wake up, you do assembly, like daily devotion, because it was a Christian school.
So it was more of a routine.
Because an Anglican school is routine. So they call, everything is routine. So you do your daily devotion. I think on Wednesdays, every Wednesdays and every Saturday, I think twice a week, then you go downstairs to do your devotion. Downstairs in an open space, everybody lines up according to their house.
Mhm.
And then we sing, we clap. One of the teachers will be there conducting. I remember Mr. Ogoyinka also used to do that. And Mr. Iwatuje also used to do that. Mr. Aderoti, Mr. Aderibigbe, Oh, well, I hope I'm not forgetting any else. So they used to, there's different teachers that come and they do that. I actually spoke with Mr. Who did I mention first? Is the principal right now of CMS Grammar School. I called the number because I needed something.
Yeah.
And it was unanswered. Yeah, Mr. Ogoyinka.
Okay.
He used to be our intro tech / building drawing teacher back then. Now he's the principal, so thank you very much, sir. I haven't forgotten the favor you did for me. He helped me out with something. Yeah. So I appreciate very much, sir. So he used to do that, and so we do daily devotions. Then from there we go take a shower. Okay. Now some smart ones, they take the shower before the daily devotion.
Yeah.
But daily devotion is like 5 or 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Me, I wake up when I'm basically wiped to wake up because sometimes I don't even hear the bell. The bell was so loud, but I'm so deep in sleep that I'm enjoying my sleep.
Yeah.
There's no AC, there's no heater. So when it's chill outside, it's chill inside. And you cover yourself with your blanket, but still, yeah, you sleep. Natural AC, and there's fog, there's things with the elements at that point, basically. Yeah. So yeah, that happened. And some people take showers before then. I know there's some things you notice. Some people that have a little bit of money, and I mean their parents, they make agreements with the kitchen staff. And this is not like anything illegal. It could be health reasons also. Yeah. So they get cold water, they get hot water. So they bathe with warm water. And people like me, we get ice block water from the tap in ice block conditions, and we shower with it. Like you shower so fast and you're still shivering while you're showering.
But that's not ice block condition.
It's not, but the interesting thing is is Amatan, yes. It's like, for those I don't know, it's like plus 15 degrees, but it's cold, man.
Even
it's
plus
cold.
20.
No, Amatan is not plus 20.
Are you
because
sure?
Lagos normally is like plus 27, plus 22.
Yeah, plus 22 is like a rainy day.
Yeah, so it's not Amatan. So plus 15, plus 10, but plus 15. Plus 15.
I think it's plus 15, plus 17, plus...
Yeah, something like that.
Because I
just know plus 15.
I don't think it's that cold.
But it's...
Thinking back now.
It's actually is a very wide...
Would you... Okay.
Now, yes, I'll say it's cold.
Would you wear something lighter than this in plus 15 when you just came?
To Finland?
Yeah, to Finland. In plus 15. Or even this in plus 15.
Will I wear this in plus 15?
Yes.
I don't think so.
In Amatan, this is what people wear. And they think they are saving themselves from cold.
Well, but it should be thicker than this because we used to wear sweaters.
Yeah, we do wear sweaters. But most times...
We wear like a shirt, then sweater.
But most times we wear hoodie and we're like, that is warm already.
Well, anyway...
so I don't think it's that...
It was cold.
It was cold.
It was cold. But it was cold. Everyone remember it was cold. It's cold before you start the shower. During the shower, it's cold, but you are a little bit warmer. I don't know if that makes any sense.
During the shower?
During the shower, you are a little bit warmer, but immediately you stop pouring water on yourself. You are cold all over again. So you have to.
Okay, I think I get it.
Yeah, so you're cold before the shower.
Because the water obstructs the air.
In a way, yes. Yes. So
what you feel is the temperature of the water.
Yes.
As at then.
Yes, at that then.
And then after
so the water is
just mix with
before
water.
And we are bathing outside. Because the bathroom is full. There's like, in my class alone, there was 100 of us.
Yeah.
And there's 6 classes. So it's like almost 1,000 of us.
That was bad habits.
That
was bad habits.
It happens. So there's like almost 1,000 of us. And in boarding school, of course, not everyone is in boarding schools. So 400 students in boarding school. And there's like the bathroom that they erected there, it can accommodate maybe like 100 people. So the many 300 of us, they have to bathe outside. Yeah. So that's why some people wake up earlier than that. They take their shower and the smart ones, when I look at people like them in life today, they are successful because they planned. It's like it's left to you to do.
Yeah.
some things, basically.
Before I forget, I've had this again in my mind since
Okay.
you started speaking of the boarding school.
Yeah.
So, I know you've explained to us about why you're not too quick to change.
Okay.
But also, I'm thinking, does it also have anything to do with being in such a routinous environment where everything is routine, and like you can predict your whole day, most of it at least, you have it cleared, like you know exactly what's going to happen the next minute, and you were in boarding school for so many years.
Yeah, I was in boarding school, secondary school boarding school for 6 years.
So could that have been part of that habit of like?
I mean, yeah,
change?
you build a form of routinement. You are used to having a routine, but no, that's not. I mean, it did probably add an element to it, but it's not the entire thing. I would say what probably made me slow to change, especially if I feel like I'm convinced.
Yeah, you did speak of that last time.
Especially if I feel like I'm convinced, because in boarding school taught me a couple things. Maybe not about life, but to me at that point it was life.
Yeah.
Now, you take 400 or so students, put them there. Maybe 10-20% have like not wealthy parents, but they are quite like, they have different you see boxes of cereals you've never seen before.
Yeah.
You don't even know if it's even from Nigeria.
Yeah.
We have those kind of people. And then we have people that they didn't bring anything to school. Like literally just their clothes and maybe like a sack of gari. But they know they'll survive. So that's like 30%. And then there's people in between that, okay, you have one cornflakes, one golden morn, one milk, one Milo, and a lot of gari. I mean 2 parts of sugar, cube sugars.
Yeah.
And then they're like, this is your provision for 3 months. So that's the majority of us, right?
Yeah.
So you also have to manage your accessories also. And there's people that you see them, they have 3 cabin biscuits. You know the big pack of cabin biscuit, digestive biscuit, Yale. They have 4 packs of milk, 10 packs of golden morn. You're like, all of my things, all of the things I bring to, all of my provisions, it can fit into this bag. Okay. Their own. Literally, Alex Udoye comes with
like a 5 kg kind of bag package.
Yeah, Alex Udoye comes literally with a metal coffin. I know if he's watching this, he'll be like, yeah, and that's an exaggeration, but it's basically a metal box. Yeah. You don't even need the locker, like the metal locker. That's even a safe on its own.
So you come with like a 5 kg, and there are people who comes with like a 2 kg, and
what
then,
2?
Then there are others who comes like a 15 kg kind of pack.
I've seen not from Alex now, but other guys. The biggest size, the jumbo pack of milk that I've never seen before. It was in Boston School I first saw it in my life.
Like 30 kg boxes. Like.
There's people that are. Someone's name just came to my mind now. Dia. I don't know why I remember that. This guy was so gentle, so easygoing. You know, this one is Butty. He wore glasses. Not that I was wearing glasses too, but I was not Paco, but I was in between. The level glasses. His glasses look expensive. So he's one of those guys. Yeah. And he was my junior, but a very posh guy, you know. I just remember his name was Dia. I don't know what his other name was. But you see different assets of life. I'm not dissing you because you're my guy. When I say rugged, there's one guy that always stands out. His name is Omebe. Okay. Even the name itself is rugged. So maybe I'm not dissing you because you're my G. I just know that when I first heard Omebe, I was like, okay, that's an interesting name because that doesn't sound like someone I want to be close with. And then when I saw Omebe, I was like, I definitely don't want to be close with you. He was a rough guy. Very rough guy, but you know,
Omebe will survive.
Omebe will come with, you know, regular things to survive. He's one of those guys where, you know, I've watched the cartoons where there's travelers and someone just hang a log with something hanging on the log, and that's Ogebe. He's a very wonderful guy. Now that I think about it.
But this is something like there as a kid.
Yeah.
There are some things you don't relate to.
Yeah.
And
he's a very wonderful guy.
And just because
very wonderful guy.
Just because you can't relate to that, you might tend to then stay away.
Yeah. So
and even our parents also, they did a bad job of teaching us tolerance of other people that maybe aren't doing as well as us.
They did try in their own way, but our parents are also busy with keeping us alive.
Yeah, there is that also. Because that it's true that in Nigeria, people that are maybe less privileged than you are tends to get in troubles you wouldn't get in. And people that are more privileged than you are would also
definitely there's a lot of things I've gotten into that they will never get into.
Exactly.
Like
so
never.
There's levels to
there's levels to this. There's levels to this.
So
man.
you are the baby. You are that level where you could be like, okay.
I think I might have been at a little bit higher level.
I do get in some trouble. I don't want to get in the baby kind of trouble.
But maybe is an hustler, man. Even back in school, hustler, like he figures things out. And he rode with other guys. I don't want to cast anybody, but we are all G's at this point. Eribake, Ekene, and some other guys like that. Strong guys. Like they figure things out basically.
Yeah.
So and you see some posh guys that are also trying to be tough.
Yeah.
No offense.
They will collect.
No, but they but in school you fight and things like that.
Yeah, but what?
But from his mannerism, not this guy. I'm not mentioning. I call him Senior Harrison, so I know his name was Harrison.
What may I know? Yeah, sorry. It's even the posh guys that are claiming strong guys.
Yeah,
they are collecting from somebody. That's what I know.
Everybody will collect at some point, unless you are like really, really strong.
Yeah.
And if you are really, really strong, then two medium guys can gang up on you also.
Because what I know is that the ones that aren't doing well can always dig deeper into some dark place that the guy is doing well can't.
But you said that I didn't look at my situation as doing well. I've seen people doing well.
Yeah, but there is somewhere. There are some place. There is some dark place you can't dig in.
Of course.
Where maybe some other guys that aren't. So, and it's also the same way in terms of being stronger in school. There are some things like this other guy is ready to do. And if you're a rich guy, there's a lot of things you're not willing to do.
There's different levels to your willingness to survive. And I think the deeper in the trenches you are, the more...
Exactly. The darker place you can go.
Yeah, you can go, yeah. So I agree. So there was a lot of politics in school, and now I think of it as politics. Back then, it's just like the way
it was life.
You can make a bet, and the wordings of the bet is very important.
And who you make it around.
Exactly. So there's those things it basically applies to real life politics, but back then it's just normal thing.
Oh, I see.
So it made me difficult when someone tells me something. I always think they are not telling me everything.
Exactly, because now I see the picture.
I always think they are not telling me everything. I'll give you an example. If someone says, if someone says, okay, let's make a trade. It's because we do trade and barter in school. Maybe if you don't like a particular food, you can trade it for someone else's future. Yeah. So we've been doing trading. We've been doing this Forex thing. But this one is Amalarex.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this Amalarex things since... Yeah, so you trade. There are some foods that are more valuable than...
Yeah, of course.
Turkey is more valuable than beef.
Of course.
Beef is more valuable... No, egg is even more valuable than beef because the beef is so tiny.
Oh.
Yeah. And the egg, we eat it with spaghetti. Oh. So spaghetti is even more valuable than... Amala in some cases. Because we have spaghetti on Wednesdays, I think, once a week. So it's like very...
Yeah.
And we have jollof rice once or twice a week.
Oh.
I think on Sunday. And then we have white rice and stew. Like there's different
levels.
There's different levels to it. So if you make a contract with somebody, the wording is very important.
Yeah.
Because then even if you make it in the midst of someone and the person recants the wording, you'll be like, oh shit. I basically fucked up.
Yeah.
Because the wording, if the person does not specify a date, then till you graduate.
So now you have to be slow to agree.
You have to understand that this person is probably not telling you everything.
Yeah.
Also, like maybe when you interact with seniors also, and you know, you can, because they are seniors, you have to maneuver your way around things. So there's a way of you doing things. There's a system, and you have to understand that okay, you are not strong. Me, I'm not strong.
And physically,
but I have to make it known that you can't just mess with me anyhow.
Yeah.
But you can't do it from a position of strength because you're not even strong. If you do it from a position of strength and you're not strong, guess what? You fight every day and lose every day.
Yeah.
So you have to do it so people form cliques, you know, and cliques interact with other cliques.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, even to this, I still speak with my cliques.
Yeah.
So that's I almost say it's like prison, but I don't want to disrespect the school. But it's just like a term where I'm like, okay, the inner workings of the politics, every way of life is just so. And then there's people that they are good academically. I even spoke with one yesterday. He used to win almost all the
academic contest.
The academic, even within the school, because the school rewards you know, people that are highest in each subject or something like that.
Yeah.
His name is Emmanuel.
Okay.
For those of you that are from CMS in a set, you know what I'm talking about. Very, very wonderful guy. Even when I heard his voice yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was like, I haven't heard his voice since we left school.
Oh, okay.
I left school in 2012.
Okay.
And I heard his voice now, and I was like, bro, you sound the same. Even the way he was laughing, it made me remember that this guy even still sounds very cool guy. You determine how to structure your reading, how to structure your washing, how to do everything. You plan your life to an extent within a confined guidelines. So that's why I got to understand that rules are nothing more than guidelines.
Yeah.
There's a way you can go around it without breaking the rule.
Okay.
And sometimes the result justifies whatever we rule.
The maneuver.
Yeah, so there's just different ways. And I was small, maybe the second smallest, because I think I was taller than, there's this guy, Benjamin Oyemola.
I feel good for him.
I think he was the shortest.
I feel bad for him.
I think he was the shortest. Do you know what my nickname in school was?
What?
Ratus.
I would take the information to
yeah, so when I got married, I think they put it on the group that still Ratus has married though. Because I was the second shortest. I was even just taller than Benjamin by maybe this is my shoulder, this is the shoulder. Not by much.
Okay.
But now I actually value the people I was around because those guys were super brilliant.
Oh, okay.
And I failed a lot in school. I failed. Out of like 30, I was maybe number 29, 28. In secondary school, I thought I knew book, but I kept failing. I was in the choir. I went for singing competition. And my mom was like, oh boy, you have to drop out because this your failing is ridiculous at this point.
Why do you think you were failing?
Mental block, maybe. Or the academic standard was at a very high point. When I look at our lab and the system, now that I think of the curriculum, is higher education.
Really?
Yeah.
So
because
it was more advanced.
It was quite high education. Because when I left and got it in, like I was doing well.
Oh.
And those guys that were taking those high positions, like Benjamin that I mentioned, I think at some point it was the youngest CFO or something in the whole of Africa in tech or something like that. So those were the caliber of guys that were my classmates. These guys, they are brilliant guys. Really, I even heard before I got into uni, like Benjamin was talking about auto tech or something. Something is like this architecture software that you can use to design. Like you can use to do architects, like building drawing.
Yeah.
This guy was already talking about that in like 2010, 2011.
Okay.
Something that I didn't even know. It was the first person I heard it from, I think. And I even spoke with who did I speak with? I think I spoke with Emmanuel yesterday, and he mentioned that Benjamin was even talking about Java.
Oh.
It's a programming language, even back then. So it's like now he's like a co-founder of a particular payment plan solution.
Yeah.
In Nigeria.
Okay.
I've forgotten the name of this, but he's one of them.
Okay.
So I even see even the average guys now, they're like
doing very well.
Yeah, they're really killing it.
Okay.
So I'm not surprised. So the education was quite good.
Okay.
But it could be that, or I didn't just know shit. But I would say one of the things I also noticed was interest, because I was doing well in music.
Okay.
I was doing terribly in Yoruba language. Guess what is always on my results?
Oh no.
Oh buru jai. Failing.
Oh buru jai.
Failing. Ijapa Siroko Omoyoni Boys. Fail.
How are you feeling your own language?
Such is life, my brother. So I would say it's a mental.
You remind me of something.
What?
When they started teaching us French in primary school.
They taught us French too in primary school. And Hausa.
Then the students started saying, in the KD, or come, Tima Bambi, tough it's particular communist school. No,
primary school. It was quite nice.
Students are not.
Life was chill till I got to boarding school. Then I was like, okay, the pressure was on.
Yeah.
Because there was academic pressure. I don't know. I read. I don't understand. My case is just like the bunch. I read. I do it. Mama say. I do it. Papa say. Book no enter my head. No enter.
Okay.
And every time I'll be thinking of, even at that time, I think in my GS1, I was asking people, do you know the song Jailer by Asha? Because my dad used to play it a lot.
Yeah.
Because I was feeling like I was in prison, bro.
Wait, that's funny. My dad loved Jailer also. And
my dad loves Asha too. I think Asha had already released 2 or 3 albums before I went to boarding school then. And we're also listening to Lagbaja, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And things like so. Yeah, it was. I was even playing, even chess. I thought I knew chess. When I went there, they were beating me anyhow in chess.
Right.
So they're actually brilliant guys.
Well, from the outside, then you seemed alright. So maybe this school was just advanced.
That, and I would say maybe interest, because interest is such a like. I remember one time I did well in Fodamas. That was the only time in my life. No, sorry, not in my life. That was the only time in school that maybe some brilliant guys didn't do as well as I did.
Oh.
In my class, not in the whole set, just in my class. I don't know. I don't know why I was interested in that particular subject. It's one of the, I don't know the name, but it's one of the subjects where it has to do with factorials. So it's not a differential equation. It's like one of particular topic. Yes, it has to do with factorials. Those of you that are in science engineering class, you probably know what I'm talking about. So I was interested, and I met a senior. I think his name was Senior Phillips. And I told him to teach me that I think I'm interested in this particular thing that might come at the exam. And my interest was piqued. I actually enjoyed learning it. And a bulk of the exam came from that, and I did okay. So it was quite interesting boarding school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So boarding school came with routines.
It did.
Learning how to go with cliques.
Yeah, you basically have to.
Surviving, even not being the strongest in the room. things like that.
It's not like people were out looking for trouble anyway, but it's one of those things where even within your set, if you're among like the stronger guys in your set and you want to play football, the stronger guys even in your set will play first before you.
Even there would be scenarios where you have to
there's seniority
in your league.
Yeah, but that didn't happen as much because it's not like we're just looking for trouble anyway.
Really?
But trouble does come.
Because I do think, there would be those, you stepped on me, you threw your ball that way.
Yeah, those things happen.
Even like you were looking at me some kind of way.
On someone from in your set, no, it doesn't happen. Yeah. But a senior can, that happens regularly with a senior. When you're in junior school, you are trying to survive because seniors pick on you intentionally and things like that. And I felt so much that when I was in GS3, they wanted me to go to art class. They're like, "This is your grade." You say you want to do engineering? No. Go to arts. Even science will not allow you. Go to arts. We don't even allow you in commercial class. They said go to art class. I was like, no, I'm not going to art class. Because my uncle was an engineer, a metallurgical and material engineer. That's what he studied. And I was like, okay, I want to be like my uncle. So I wanted to study engineering. And they're like, nope, your brain is not for engineering. So, we have to call our parents. I called my mom and dad. They came. They were like, okay, so if you're vouching, if you're like bringing your parents involved, he has to do well in senior secondary school 1, SS1. We'll look at, he has to do well from the very first semester. Yeah. There were 3 semesters, and then aggregate, we'll see how that goes. But if he doesn't do well in the first semester, immediately he's going to art class. So, did you do well enough to keep on? I did well enough. Still low, but acceptable
well
low.
Enough to keep the charity.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So I scaled through, and then JAM came along, WAEC came along.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But before WAEC, I even wrote GC. My mom said I should write GC. My mom works with WAEC. So GC is, in a way, is organized by WAEC, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe, I don't know. It might not be, but it's an exam body, GC. Yeah. There's the GC, there's the NECO, there's the WAEC. Yeah. So I wrote GC, and from there I wrote WAEC or NECO, one of those.
Isn't GC like the national one? And then WAEC is the West African one?
WAEC is West African one, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think NECO is the national one.
Okay, so... Okay.
Yeah, I think NECO is the national one.
Okay.
GC is one of those ones where it's before, I think you can still use it, at least in those days. You can see it for university, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. So you did that, and then the process of picking the school came.
Yeah, and I picked Unilag, of course, because the VC back then was a grammarian, an old boys, in the old boys society of CMS Grammar School. No, of the school, Old Boys Society, like an alumni of CMS Grammar School.
Okay.
So
I thought the Old Boys was the was like your dad's.
No.
Oh, okay, my bad.
So we were aware of University of Lagos. Plus, CMS Grammar School is here.
Yeah.
You take a bus down the road, you're in like.
Okay.
So we were aware of like.
Yeah.
So most of us just put in like. And we're also aware of OAU. OAU is like, I think it's a university in Ife, if I'm not mistaken.
University.
Yeah. So I put that also.
I schooled close to OAU. Yeah, I was at Ife Poly. That was close.
I see.
To OAU.
And maybe I put one in Abeokuta, one school. Is it Funab or something like that?
My friend was in OAU. I was at Ife Poly.
Or was he Akure? One of those. So I failed JAMB gracefully. I had 190 something. It wasn't even average. It was below average. So I still tried to do some diploma entrance exam. I failed everything. So I was home for 1 year.
Oh.
So,
that batch.
It was quite interesting. I'm actually thankful for that. It's like everything that has happened in my life up to that point and even till now years later, I'm actually grateful for that experience because I believe everything happened for a reason. If I had gone into school directly into university, I wouldn't be the same, if I'm being honest, because I got a deeper understanding. It's like I just felt my brain unlocking at different stages. At each failure, something happens, and last year I became just a little bit wiser.
Yeah, like being
Yes,
a little bit more enlightened.
Yeah, I had a little bit more of straight OT because I went to a jam tutorial school in Oshodi.
Okay.
The name of the place is called Adams College.
Oh,
a very, very wonderful place. That's where your brother went. And also Adams College also had a boarding, like a place where students can stay. So you don't even need to be with your parents and all that. So I was also there for like 6 months.
Okay.
I met interesting people also. But I was used to living in a boarding school, so I didn't have any problem. I met people like Olumide who also ended up being came to Unilag.
Okay.
I met a girl they call BJ, but not for any bad reasons. Her name is Bolaji, so they just short it to BJ.
You're the one thinking negative.
Our brother was called White. I later on knew why he was called White, but also a very cool guy. Different. So my nickname then moved from, because I didn't tell anybody my nickname was Ratus.
So you got that one.
I got another name, Silicon.
Wow.
That's another story for another day. I can't discuss it here.
Ratus.
So then Silicon, but it's not a bad name. It's just a name that it was like a joke. Something happened and then the name Silicon just stuck. Yeah, just okay. I call it Silicon. Okay, well. I'm hearing of Silicon Valley. No worry, one day I'll blow. I do like Silicon. But anyway, I remember BJ used to call me Silicon so many times. I'm like, wow, how did my name get changed from this Stratus to Silicon? So
your evolution have been going well so far.
Yeah, like my every failure, and then I overcame. Then my name also upgraded from Rat to Silicon.
Downgraded, I would say, but anyway.
And then you meet different characters, read one, and it's quite interesting. And we had to eat. We're living in Oshodi, so Oshodi is way different from Ketu.
Yeah.
I think at that time I was 13, 14. I think I finished secondary school at the age of 14, I think. Because I remember when I was 15, we moved to where we still stay now.
Yeah.
So I was still like 14. And we moved the same year I wrote jam the second time. So the boys were upstairs, the girls were downstairs, and there was a sports bet center on the ground floor. So I think the guy owned the entire building. It's one of those Ajansari or kind of place, yeah. And so I remember my first week there. Because of the pomo I had. That pomo was from hellfire.
Something from my sister's book.
No, this one is worse. Because I was already used to pepper.
If something can be worse than
I was so angry that I was almost, because you have to respect it. I was almost daring the woman. Each of your comment is sure for you. It don't sure for you. So why are you doing this? See wickedness. Let me narrate wickedness. So the pepper is one wickedness. I got there. I was like, I want to buy food because they also sell food in Adams College. That's the name of the college, Adams College, Oshodi. But when we're in the hostel, you have to buy food around. And I was like, where can I buy food? I was not a rich kid. I was somewhere in the middle also because I could have bought, some other guys were cooking because they can, if they buy one food, like that's all the money for the week. So they were cooking.
Well, you could afford it now and then.
Yeah, I could afford, now and then, yeah. Not even now, I could afford every day. Actually. I could afford to eat at least once every day outside. Yeah, so let me just put it like that. Some people, Some people are going to Mr. Big, so there's some
That's
high class
shit.
people.
There is level to this shit, but
There's
still,
levels.
according to it,
But I'm always somewhere in the middle.
according to it out every day.
Yeah.
That's
Once every day. Add the once.
even once every day. That's
So I was like, I need to buy food. Where can I buy food? They're like, oh, that person, I've forgotten your name, but your face, I still remember. He said, go downstairs. There's a woman opposite the door, opposite the gate. She sells food. I went downstairs. I crossed the road. I went to buy food. Inside nylon. Black nylon. So I bought rice. I bought pomo. I think, was it 1 or 2 pomo? 1 meat, 1 egg, or 1 pomo, 1... Something like that. I bought 2 protein. With the stew. She even put a lot of stew. I was like, wow, wonderful. It was smelling nice. I came upstairs. It was like, oh, you went to that place. You're like, don't drink water. Yet.
Who said?
The same guy that said I should go. He said, so just try not to drink water. Even if you drink, don't drink too much. I didn't understand. I drink water when I'm eating. I'm grown, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I took the first 3 bites. You know, like you feel hot a bit. Your neck is itching. Maybe your scalp or your forehead is itching. You take the pomo, then it started. Deliverance. I was like, water. I drank a whole sachet of water. It increased. It was like I put kerosene on fire. I was looking at this. Because from upstairs, I could see the woman. I was like, I was like, if it's sure for you, eat 2 of your pomo. Just 2. It was spicy, man.
Are you willing to buy it?
I won't lie. I still went like months later to buy again. Because around that area, it was the level of spice is not the same as K2 spice. This one, people are going to eat and drink water to belly full. So it's quite different. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, eating then you drink water. Everything went out. Yeah.
So it was part of the norm.
Even the meshai, you can tell them to add extra pepper. The meshai is like noodles, eggs, and maybe bread.
Yeah. So it was part of the how would I say, the status quo over there. That's
the environment, because we go to the streets to buy food. Even the night market in the back. The last time I went to Oshodi, I went to visit a friend.
Yeah.
Is a Simon or Simon, Simeon. Is a Simeon. Oshodi looked a lot more developed than when I was, because he also went to Adams. We met in Adams.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went, I was like, wow, this place has changed so much. Oshodi has changed so much. But back then it was muddy road, like mesh and everything everywhere, but people are still eating by the roadside. And I think BJ's mom had a shop also somewhere in Oshodi, there at the bus stop. So it was quite interesting. I knew different spots where I can go and eat bread and beans. Yeah, so
bread and beans.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting.
I like bread and beans. But yeah, so would that help you to then succeed your next job fully?
Yeah, so I failed JAMB again.
Oh.
But this time I was a bit more confident. A bit.
Yeah.
So I wrote diploma. My mom was like, let's just do diploma. Into like, diploma is is like, they call it, is it open part?
Okay.
Yeah, it's like open part where you go through the course. If you pass, then you go into like the university. Yeah. But this one we start from the 200 level now.
Okay.
Yeah, so the JAM folks, they are 100 level. We were in pseudo 100 level.
Okay.
So if we pass the exam, then we all start 200 level together. So that's diploma. Yeah. Like, it was quite expensive. I think just for the tuition each year, this was back then, it was like 400 to 450K. Yeah, for just 1 year, just the tuition. Yeah. They're not obligated anything, accommodation. You have to sort it out. So I was staying in Yaba Left.
Okay.
I was staying inside Yaba Left.
Okay.
My dad's friend was a manager of an hotel inside Yaba Left. So where there's, permit my language, where there's mad people.
Basically,
But I don't want to say mad because I never actually saw a mad person. It's a tricky word. There was like a posh setting there. So I was staying with my dad's friend, my Uncle Shegun. And I was lucky also to be exposed to that also, because it gave me a different perspective also. Where some of my classmates, they are complaining about bed bug in school. I'm like, it was too cold in my room. AC was blowing too strong. Yeah, so when I failed diploma, then they kicked me out. And I was like, it's like you're too comfortable.
You failed diploma?
I did. After spending like 1 million plus in just 1 year. So then I went to the boonies, man. So I then went to Shoda in the hostel in New Hall. They call it New Hall. New Hall has like different four different hostels, I think. There 2 women's or girls hostel and 2 boys hostel. Yeah, so I went to Shoda and there I stayed with my good friend or my good friends Olipe Joshua and Simeon. Simeon actually knows Olipe Joshua from Adams College, but I know Olipe Joshua from CMS Grammar School. We went to CMS Grammar School together.
That's crazy.
We're in the same set.
Yeah.
Were we in the same class? I'm not sure. Either it was in science or engineering class, one of those two. I was in engineering class back then. But yeah, we met. He went to meet Joshua to squat, and I just tagged along, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I want to squat too." And then we just all squatted, together. So that's how, and they were smart guys. So I was trying to learn one or two things. Very smart guys, those men, very very smart guys.
So how many years did you do this?
So that's another interesting. So when I failed that second time, I don't know. It's like something unlocked. It's like that. I felt so sad, so bad. We didn't have a lot of money, but my mom was still willing to go through the entire stress and take me through diploma all over again.
Oh.
Yeah, she was.
Oh.
Yeah, she was. We didn't have the money, but we were like, okay. They were like, okay, and I saw the way things were going. I didn't feel good about it because I literally felt like I wasted such a great opportunity, and I did. Because a lot of people couldn't afford that program.
No, that's not just that.
And that's just for me. There's still my older sister. There's still things. There's still responsibilities, but they gave me another chance, and I got lucky that. So here's what happened. I didn't make the cutoff mark for engineering, metallurgical and material engineering, but I did. I got 1 F and 2 C's. I think I got F in physics. Yes, I got F in physics, C in chemistry, C in math. But that qualified me for geology, where I ended up studying. So I studied geology, and in the Department of Geosciences, there's geophysics and then there's geology. So I couldn't qualify for geophysics because I failed physics. But I qualified for geology because it's chemistry also involved in that. So I applied for chemistry, and for whatever reason, they were like, okay, they'll put you on the waiting list just to see if promising students can apply first or something. So I was put on hold for like 3 months. Okay. But I just assumed I failed, So I started diploma all over again. And there was a private tutor. I've forgotten his name now. But it's quite popular, or it was quite popular then. Maybe it's still popular now. My mom paid for private tuition. Because back then I didn't have private tuition, but she wanted me to take this a bit more serious, and I did. Because I saw my mom, it wasn't easy. We went to school, tried to see how we can, what was the problem, things like that. So I something I don't know, maybe something unlocked, and I started to understand because I focused a little bit more. So I started to understand these things a bit easier. I was reading more on my own, like, trying to understand things. And then I think the month I was supposed to pay tuition, because my mom has already put in my account. Then they were like, you can resume 200 level.
Oh.
Yeah. So they like the department has accepted, because we wrote to the Senate that the department, they have not accepted the application yet. So it took some time, but eventually they accepted. But classes has already resumed.
Yeah.
So I saw a lot of new faces that classes has resumed basically. And that's why I met another group of, like, at each stage you meet extraordinary minds. Like there's this guy, Ugona Ubaka. Very, 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 very brilliant. Very brilliant. And it's such a, especially at that time, it was probably the first person that I noticed was very brilliant and very humble and very and it was quite popular also. It's like there was a balance.
Yeah.
And it was also jovial. Like there was a balance. It's not like the typical bookworm you see.
Yeah, that's just shy away.
And there's people that they read, they cram, and they do very well. And then there's people that they read. All they do is read. I'm not going to mention his name. He knows that. All they do is read. This person is reading. And then they pass. You're like, okay, of course. But this guy will go now. He reads, yes, but he plays football.
Yeah.
He does like social things.
Yeah.
And you can call him anytime, like, Ugo Alpha, I don't understand this. He will explain it to you. So I asked like, okay, how do you, he told me I asked different questions from different people just to see. There's another very, very brilliant and exceptional guy, Gamma. We call him Gamma. But his name is Gamaliel. Also very brilliant.
Is it
yeah.
Gamaliel?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he also very, very, he's a Yoruba guy, I think.
Gamaliel, Yoruba guy.
I think.
Gamaliel Shorendi.
I don't know.
I'm just imagining him.
So also a very brilliant guy, and then there's this guy, Gideon. That guy is just a cheat code. This Gideon. I knew I couldn't do, because this guy is like their DNA, so I can't replicate. I just picked one or two things that I could try to replicate. But this Gideon guy, 2 weeks or so to the exam. Of course, he's in class, but he remembers things.
Okay.
His memory is something else.
Okay.
Like even a month after exam, he can recite like 10 pages that he read back then for you, word for word.
That's crazy.
I met crazy guys, man.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Like, there's different, even another guy, Ayo. Also another brilliant guy. Just brilliant guys, man. Like, and I'm a kind of guy that I socialize with both the brilliant and the vibes guys. So, I'm just everywhere. But I'm not like a social person. I keep to myself. I'm not shy, but I'm quiet.
Yeah, but you roll along.
Yeah, but I just roll along. So I try to see what works for me. I think my first term in 200 level, I got only a 3.1 GPA. And that's quite low out of like a 5.0.
Yeah.
So I was like on a second class lower, I think. So I asked, that's when I went to meet Ugona and one other guy, Chukudalu, very amazing guy, my good friends to this day. To meet, I asked around, like, how can I, because it was quite low, second class upper. At least I wanted to graduate with at least a 2-1, which is like a second class upper.
Was that something you chose yourself?
Yeah, because...
Was it like expectation from Monsi?
I mean, to do well in school, at least to me, the standard was 2-1, which was 2-1 is just a code for second class upper.
Okay.
And first class is like 4.5 and above. 2-1 is from 3.5 to 4.5.
Okay.
2-2 is maybe from 3.5 to 3.0.
Okay.
Things like that. So I wanted at least a 2-1. So I asked, and it was like, okay, this is how I read. So I tried to emulate how different people did their things, and I read. And for that particular semester, I think I had a 4.35.
Oh.
But I couldn't even still get a first class. But I read like almost every day, for like the whole, and it was so, that's when I knew that, okay, this is not for me.
Yeah.
Because if I can do all of
Didn't
this
enjoy it.
and still, my life was just
Wasn't an
reading.
enjoyable process.
No, not at all. So my life was just basically reading. And still, I didn't even still get like even a first class GPA. But a 4.35, I was like, okay, well, at least I'm not dull. If I really put my mind to it, I can actually do this.
At least you had some results.
Yeah, but that was just the second term. So the cumulative was now, I now got into like a 3.4 something, or a 3. Oh, I remember 3.65.
Oh, okay. So that's it.
I got them. So I got, yeah. So I think the cumulative for 200 level was now 3.65 or 3.63 or something. I felt I was very, very happy. Finally, okay, I'm in second class upper.
Yeah.
And I was quite pleased because I'd never gotten that much A's and B's in my life. Basically.
Chemistry.
Huh?
Chemistry.
Like A's and B's, and there was still chemistry.
I want to ask you your chemistry.
I don't know. Maybe B or C or something like that. But I basically didn't get any D. I didn't get any E. I didn't get any F.
That's good.
So it was quite. We also still did. Okay, that was even the first semester. We did like computer science, like some programming language stuff, and I failed a lot of stuff. But anyway, at least I did okay. And from 300 level, I tried to balance because I didn't want to read all day, every day again. So I tried to experiment a little bit. Okay. And I found out, okay, wait, they publish past questions not they publish, but students have past questions. When you look at past questions of the past 10 years, some questions or some field of questioning repeat. Yeah. So I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. And I was not the only one that did that. It was like a common thing, but it didn't just click. Yeah. I guess. And I also found a reading group in 200 level. So that also helped me out. That's when I met friends like Brymo. I met Brymo. I met Roy, my very good friend Roy. I met Chima. I met Mayowa. Yes, Mayowa girl. Because there are two Mayowa. There's Mayowa boy and Mayowa girl. So I met Mayowa girl. Very, very kind. Mayowa is a unisex name. Yes. So Mayowa, very kind, very wonderful. So she's in the US now, if I'm not mistaken. Roy is in Germany. Brymo is in UK now. So I met different people and we tried to study together. And Kemi also. So there was like a group, we studied together and we tried to work things out together. So in 300 level, I tried to adapt to see what it would be. I failed that first semester. I didn't fail, but I dropped down to cumulative 3.55 or something like that. Okay. And then from 300 level, second semester onward, I was always on point, basically. Like, I found a way to keep the balance where, because I was selling shoes in school. So the 2-1. Yeah, so I left it 2-1. Yeah, I kept it. I knew how to. Even the thing about balance is not about interest. Something similar that happened in boarding school where I read for a particular mathematics thing, factorials. But this course was sedimentology or something. Yeah, sedimentology. How sediments form and things like that. One of the rock cycles. But this was about sedimentology and deposits. It was quite interesting. It was fascinating because the teacher, Dr. Patola, I liked the way he was explaining things. His approach was different from every other lecturer before that point. even after that point. So I enjoyed his classes. I really enjoyed his classes, and I enjoyed the way he explained. So even when I was reading, it's like I was reading a novel.
I see.
I was interested.
So it's like, was it the narrative?
It was a mix of the narrative and the way he explained it, and also the subject itself, because it's quite different from every other study. Like there's like a teacher, my supervisor, he was teaching like ignos and like some other things, but Dr. Patala was teaching about sedimentation, and it has to do also with oil is formed and like things like. So it was just like.
Or was it the perspective?
No. It was the subject itself.
Was it the financial perspective?
So the subject itself, and I enjoyed reading it so much that even after the exam, I thought I failed, because when the brilliant guys are saying one answer,
yeah,
and my answer is just on the other side of the earth, and then I think there was only 3 or 4 of us that had A in that course, and I happened to be one of them. So it was quite shocking. Like it boosted my confidence a little bit academically.